New from Severin Films is Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee, a documentary all about the kind of Bruceploitation movies that sprung up in the wake of his death. Directed by David Gregory, he's done a few of these documentaries for Severin, and they have all been really good. Now, Enter the Clones of Bruce is a fantastic documentary, and a lot of that is down to the wonderful people that he gets on here to talk about the films, getting some of the actors themselves, fans, the way it's put together and cut, the way it's set up. For the first 10 minutes, you get an almost preamble into the world of Bruce Lee and the impact that he had. And it's captivating, and it may not be the most unique of information, but I knew straight away I was in a assured grasp of this one, and I was ready to go in this ride.
The first movie that Bruce did as an adult was Big Boss, and that was, for its time, considered a huge success.
After the credits, which is 10 minutes in, we jump into the clones and we start to systematically work through these people, which I loved, spending a little bit of time on whether it be Bruce Lee, Dragon Lee, or whichever one of the people that sprung up to take this mantle of the next Bruce Lee. I would focus on them. You would get the person talking about their movies, talking about how many movies they made, their thoughts and aspirations at the time, their reflections on it, and I'll look at some of the movies, a lot of what looked like a great deal of fun.
My name is Ho Dong Dao, Chinese name. English name is James, and they give name called Bruce Lee.
And it goes through various people, and they're all super interesting, and the films can look hokey, they can look fun, they can see the mimicking nature that they have. It's talking to them now, which just hammers home what a kind of fever pitch it must have been at the time to try and get as many of these kind of movies out. Everybody trying to make a buck. These guys were wanting to honour Bruce Lee and were kind of used as a point to make money, not really making much themselves. And for the next bulk of the movie, it spends time focusing on a few of these characters, really showcasing their movies, their skills, and where they are now. And just when I thought, okay, starting to hit a rhythm here, I know what I'm getting, it moves into the fantastical, it moves into the world of where these people changed and morphed into something weirder, where they took the character of Bruce Lee in this world that they had created, and it becomes ridiculous and silly and over the top. But again, it's a super interesting facet of the film.
Bruce Lee meurt, se retrouve au paradis et se met à croiser ou à lutter contre Laurel et Hardy, Popeye.
Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee is a terrific documentary. It's filled with great information. Even that 10-minute start of Bruce Lee, which is familiar information, it's great. It's delivered well. When it moves into the clones, it becomes something wholly unique, something that I didn't really know much about. It left me wanting more, wanting to experience a bunch of movies that I possibly would never have considered sitting down and checking out. There's a fair few there that look really good films, and some that just look silly curiosities, which I now want to check out. Perfectly paced, really well put together, a terrific, fun, informative documentary that I just think you need to check out if you're a fan of Bruce Lee, or if you're interested in the Severin box set that's coming out across the pond. This is something you want to check out. It's made me curious about those movies. Some good extras on this disc as well, so let's dive in and have a look at. We are in the disc for Enter the Clones of Bruce. Let's go to the extras. We have an audio commentary with co-executive producer and director David Gregory, co-producer Frank Jeng, Vivian Wong and Michael Worth, and director of photography Jim Kunz. We have Shaw's, which is 19 minutes 21 seconds, and it's basically an expanded impact of Shaw Brothers and the effect they had with Bruce Lee. Next we've got Bruce Lee and I, which is a 24-minute, 32-second piece where they really expand the legend of Bruce Lee. Cut, as it says at the start, primarily for pacing reasons. This is more great information. I can understand why it's cut, but it's nice to have it on the disc. Next up, we have The Lost World of Kung Fu Film Negatives, which is 15 minutes, 59 seconds. And this was another part cut from the documentary that focuses on the lost elements of the preprints and of the prints that just kind of evaporated, disappeared, never to be seen again. And then we have Bruce's Hong Kong, a location tour with Frank Jing, which is 27 minutes, 27 seconds. We follow Frank as he goes to a lot of locations where Bruce Lee films were made and kind of shows us how they are now. I kind of do like these location footages when they're shown with a little bit of personality from the presenter. Then we have Severin's Kung Fu Theatre with actor, director, Bruceploitation expert Michael Worth. This is a small 1 minute 35 second piece where David Gregory joins Michael Worth and they just kind of talk about the inspiration for making this. And then we have some various trailers of Enter the Clones of Bruce. And that's the extras. There we have it. Enter the Clones of Bruce is out now. I recommend checking this out. It's a really fun, informative documentary that I had great recommendations for other movies I wanted to check out, and it left me wanting more. I'd love to know your thoughts on this doc. If you've seen it, are you going to check it out? Did you watch any of the Bruceploitation films? Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on any of those. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.